Hello folks, it's Coach Cyril here, and we're going to get after it today with our workout. First thing we're going to do, as always, is our deep breathing exercises. It's very important to breathe correctly when you're exercising, especially. You're going to get more out of it, you're going to have more energy, and in life, just in general, most of us do not breathe correctly. And if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, deep breathing exercises every day, call it meditation, call it what you want. It's really just practicing our breathing. It's something we don't practice because we start doing it from the moment we arrive in this world, and then we really don't think about it much. So if we think about it, it's going to focus our mind, it's going to calm our monkey minds. It's really like a workout for your mind, for your brain. Because if you can control your thoughts, guess what? You can control anything. So that workout you think is like super hard and it's going to kill you, it's really not. You just control your thoughts and tell yourself, no, it's not going to kill me, and I'm going to do it. And that goes with anything in life that you can control your mind on. And when we do our deep breathing, when we focus on our breathing and all these thoughts start coming into our heads, and we say, nope, I'm just breathing right now. Thoughts, stand by. That's like working out your mind. You work out your mind gets tougher, you control it. That translates into your exercising, you're controlling your exercise, and you're completing your exercise, your body gets better, everything just gets better. That's why we start with the breathing and controlling our mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to 8. You're going to focus on a spot. You can close your eyes if you want. I find that I can focus more if I'm just focusing on some spot visualization. Some people like to visualize certain things, your happy place, a bubble, whatever that is. I tend to soften my gaze, focus on one thing, and just kind of notice that thing and focus on my breathing. But do what works for you. So I'm going to count to 8. You're going to breathe in through your nose, and I'm going to count to 10. And you're going to breathe out through your nose and breathe through your belly, okay? If you're new at this, you can put your hands on your belly and feel it going in and out versus breathing high, breathing from your lungs, okay? So we want to breathe from our bellies. All right, you ready? So focus on something, limit your gaze, soften your gaze, be in a comfortable position, and we're going to get started breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, great job. So what we're going to do next is our warm-up. Our warm-up is going to consist of 15 seconds of jumping jacks. When I do my jumping jacks, I'm touching my hands over my head, moving my legs out at the same time. Let's do those jumping jacks again. Hands over your head, separating your legs at the same time. Second 15 seconds, we're going to be doing the air squat. Feet outside shoulder width, toes pointed out at a slight angle, pushing your butt back, lifting your hands at the same time, and squatting, trying to get that hip crease below parallel. Butt back, knees pushed out, trying to get that hip crease to parallel or below. If you can only get a few inches while keeping your chest up, so I don't want to sacrifice my depth for rounding my chest or leaning over, okay? I'm only going to squat down as low as I can, keeping that chest elevated and up. Third movement is going to be the mountain climber stretch. Mountain climber stretch. I'm going to keep my shin vertical, get my elbows down as low to the ground as I can. So if my shin's here, I want to move my back leg back and stretch that way. Then, lastly, I'm going to do the jump squat, interlacing my hands behind my head, squatting, keeping my chest up, and jumping, knees out. Okay? If you only get here with a little jump, that's fine. All right? So, 15 seconds of jumping jacks, 15 seconds of air squats, 15 seconds of the mountain climber stretch, and 15 seconds of the jump squat. Ready? Here we go, jumping jacks. Just do as much as you can. If you need to rest, then rest. Air squats. Push your knees out, make sure you're pushing your knees out that way the whole time. Keep your chest up. Mountain climber stretch, left side. Jump squats. Jumping jacks. Air squats. Mountain climber stretch, right side. Jump squat. Jumping jacks. If you're just getting started with this, and this is too much for you, stop the video, just do 2 rounds, 3 rounds, whatever works for you. Okay? Air squats. Mountain climber stretch, left side again. Jump squats. Again, if you're new to this, do a couple of inches. Drive off those heels just a little bit. Jumping jacks, last time through. If jumping jacks are too hard for you, do alternating elbows and knee raises. Lower impact. Bring your elbows down to your knees, bring your knees to your elbows. Air squats. Mountain climber stretch, right side. And jump swap. Awesome, great job. All right, next we're going to work on some core work, working on our core. Our core includes our abdomen, our abs, and our butt and lower back, all right? The core is our center, our hips, everything connects there. If we have a strong core, everything else is going to benefit. The way we start people off and the way we continue, a lot of our core work is done with planks and Superman. It's a lot better, especially for beginners, than things like sit-ups, things of that nature. Those can be very hard on the spine, on the bone structure, things of that nature. So this is much less impact, and it's probably works your core that much even more. So what we're going to do is 15 seconds of a plank, front plank, 15 seconds of the Superman, and 15 seconds of a right side plank and a left side plank. If you're just starting and a beginner and you can't do the single left side and right side plank, then I want you to just do another front plank. If you need to stop and rest in the 15 seconds, it's all good. Just come down, take a break, and then get back into it, okay? So a couple ways I can do the plank is, one, on my hands, using my shoulders and arms to support my body. I'm going to twist my hands into the earth so that the inside of my elbows are facing forward, so they'll be facing the camera. I'm going to squeeze my belly button into my spine, keep everything tight. This also works the shoulders, the arms, and when I do these planks, I'm going to warm my neck up some too, because our necks don't get enough work warming up, stretching. So I'm going to go side to side, front to back. The other way I can do these planks is on my elbows. This is going to be more of an ab core workout, less of a shoulder workout. So if you have shoulder issues, then you should be doing these on your elbows if you can. If you have any pain in any of this, then just stop. Stop and let us know and we'll modify it, okay? So from the elbows, same thing, I'm on my elbows, keeping everything tight. From the side, look like this. Then, next 15 seconds, I'm going to come down and do the Superman. Superman, I'm laying all the way down on the ground, heels together, hands out straight, and I'm lifting my legs and my chest off the ground. I'm not clasping my hands, I'm not keeping my arms bent, I'm not having my heels apart, heels together, arms out as straight as I can, and getting that chest and legs off the ground as high as I can. A way I can make this harder is to get a PVC pipe or a broomstick or something and hold it also. It's going to make it a little more challenging. Same thing here. Warm the neck up. Then I have a side plank on my arm. Stacking my heels, lifting my hand to the ceiling, looking at the ceiling. If that's too hard, you can stagger your feet. I can also do these using the shoulder from my hand. And then we have the opposite direction. All right, so we're going to go through that. 15 seconds of work, 4 times. You need to take a break, stop, take a break, get back in. If you can't do 4 times, if you only do 2 or 3, whatever, work up to the 4 times. Stand by. Plank. Make sure you practice your breathing while you're doing this. If you focus on your breath, just like in our breathing exercises, it goes a lot faster and it's a lot less painful. Superman, warm that neck up, front to back, side to side. Side plank, right side. Side plank, left side. Back to plank. Breathe. Pull your belly button into your spine. Superman. Warm that neck up. You can also warm our shoulders up with something called a wave off on these. Side plank. Side plank. Warming my neck up. Plank. Superman. Wave offs. Warm those shoulders up a little more. Side plank. Side plank. Plank. Last time through. Superman. Side plank. Last one. Good. Let's do a nice child's pose. Stretch. So I have my arms fully extended. My knees are spread apart, pushing my butt back towards my feet. Next, we're going to warm up our shoulders. You could take any type of broomstick. This is a PVC pipe. I can get this at any hardware store. It's super inexpensive. And any type of stick, and use that as a great exercise tool. So she's going to have a wide grip on that bar. First thing she's going to do is shrug her shoulders into her ears, then pass the bar over, all the way back, touching her back, and bringing it back. Now Reagan is super flexible in the shoulders. So what she's going to do is bring her arms in, and of course, usually when you're just starting this is very cumbersome and tight, but this is going to do wonders for warming your shoulders. So you're going to do 20 of these every time you warm up. The wider your hands, the easier it is. The more narrow your hands, the more challenging it is. Next thing she's going to do is called an overhead squat with this PVC pipe. And again, when you're just starting out, we can use the chair as a guide. What she's going to do is hold that PVC pipe over her head with that wide grip so that it's just over her ankles all the way down. She's going to do her squat again. Any squat, everything we just talked about in the squat still is valid, okay? Butt back, knees out, feet wide, touching that chair, pushing up on this bar, and keep it turning my elbows down so that the bottoms of my elbows face the ground and my armpits face forward. You're going to do between 20 and 30, or between 10 and 30, depending on your fitness, of these overhead squats. And we'll get into the workout in a minute. Thanks, Reagan. All right, so what we're going to go over now is a movement called the deadlift. Don't worry, if you don't have a barbell and weights, we're going to show you how to do one with dumbbells as well. It's super simple. It's the best way to pick something heavy up off of the ground. So even if you're not using weights, the concepts that we're going to teach you apply to just picking up something heavy off the ground. A rock, a log, your kid, groceries, whatever. If you follow these concepts, you have a lot less likely chance of injuring your back. So the deadlift. Reagan's going to come up. I want my feet under my hips, about 1 foot length in between my feet. So I can do that. We measure that. A lot of times you'll see our athletes T-bone their 1 foot with their other foot and then rotate on the heel, and that's about the width you want for your feet. You don't want them too wide, okay? She's going to come down and grip the barbell about 1 thumb length outside of her hips. So the starting position, I want that barbell right against my shins, making contact. Reagan has long legs, so her butt needs to be a little bit lower. I do not want a rounded back. I want to get this nice, tight lumbar spine here. All right, the muscles along the lumbar spine by sticking my chest out and sticking my butt out and getting what we call that neutral back. First thing she's going to do is not lift with her back, but push with her legs, get her knees out of the way. Then she's going to hinge at the hips and stand up. Then she's going to push her butt back, come down her legs, keep her knees out of the way, and set the weight down. If you don't have the flexibility yet to get all the way down there in a good position, you can get a platform, a couple of weights, something, raise that up until you can get into that good position for your deadlift. So if you're not flexible enough to get all the way down in that good position, that good starting position, we want to make sure we start every rep in that good starting position every single time. That's how you're going to avoid injury. That's how you're going to get better, okay? A lot of people don't have the flexibility in their hamstrings, their hips to get down that far in a good position, so we raise the bar up. We bring the bar to them. We put it on some type of platform. So Reagan's going to come down in that position again. Now her butt is in a nice position, not too high, keeping that back neutral, pushing with the legs, standing up, keeping that bar right in close to your body, your legs the entire time, hinging at the hips and bringing it down. Good. So if you don't have a barbell and weights at your house or wherever you work out, but you do have a pair of dumbbells, we can do dumbbell deadlifts just the same. A lot of people have to use a bench or something to start with because they're not flexible enough to come all the way down into that good position yet. That's fine. Pick them up off a bench. So Reagan's going to get in that same good deadlift position with those dumbbells. Maybe back away from the bench a little bit. Push your butt back. Keep everything tight. Keep the dumbbells right next to your legs. Push with your legs. Stand up. With dumbbells, we can keep them at our sides, with the palms facing each other to do our dumbbell deadlifts. Next, you're going to learn a push press or a couple of our pressing variants. These are great for building the shoulders, building your core as well. Everything we do is a full body exercise. You got to engage your core, squeeze your butt. You're using your whole body in these exercises rather than just isolating it. This is, believe it or not, great for your cardiovascular fitness in addition to your strength. So it's all around great fitness exercise with one movement. So Reagan's going to bring those dumbbells up First, we have the strict press. This is if we're using relatively lightweight. She's going to squeeze her core, squeeze her butt, tilt her pelvis up, as my old coach used to say, like you're trying to pee on the ceiling. If you're a guy, you can do that. Probably not so much for ladies, but tilting that pelvis up, squeezing the butt, keeping everything tight. She's going to press those dumbbells up overhead, get her head through at the top, full range of motion. Let's turn to the side. I want those dumbbells here, not here. Now, depending on your flexibility, you might start off here, but I want to keep trying to get those here. Reagan has incredible shoulder flexibility, unlike her dad, so that might not be possible right away, but this is where I want to get. I want those dumbbells, I want the weight in line with my wrists, my shoulders, my hips, my knees, and my ankles. Straight line. This is your skeletal system. This can support a lot more weight than your weaker muscles, okay? So bring those back down, do a couple more reps. Good. If you have heavier dumbbells, you're getting more fit. You can use more. Again, we want to do between 5 to 8 reps of this. No more, no less. Okay? Every set, 5 sets, 5 to 8 reps. If you're getting more fit, you can use more weight. You have bigger dumbbells. You need more of a challenge. So let's turn towards the camera, Reagan. We're going to enlist the rest of our body. Use my legs. I'm going to push my knees out, not forward, definitely not in. Out, push through my heels, and I'm going to enlist the rest of my body and my legs to help me press those dumbbells overhead. So she's pushing out with her legs, pushing with her legs, and pressing those overhead. Strict press and the push press. All right, next, we're going to go over the sit-up. We do sit-ups a little bit differently. They save your lower back if you do them properly. You want to get one of these ab mats. Just go online, type in ab mat on Google or go to roguefitness.com. They're about $30 or so, not very much. It's a great investment in your fitness, trust me. It's going to save your lower back. It's going to let you do a lot more sit-ups and get that core strength that you need. So we want to place this ab mat on the ground. We want the thick part in our lower back. So on these, the word rogue is going to be upside down. So I want that thick part in my lower back. Some people need a rubber pad or some more cushioning underneath it. It's all good. So Reagan's going to lay back. The standard for our sit-up is I want my legs in the butterfly stretch position with the bottoms of my feet together. I'm going to interlace my thumbs, hands over my head. She's going to whip her arms forward, tuck her shirt in, and touch her toes all the way up. This is getting full range of motion. It's opening up those tight hips. It's working the entire abdomen from the very top to the very bottom, so we don't need a lot of crazy ab exercises. You don't need to do crunches, side twists. You know, those are all good. They all have their purpose, but this in one exercise works all of that. If you can't sit up just with your legs in this position, many people when they start, they can't. Their core's not strong enough. You're going to get some type of a weight and weigh your feet down. You could have a friend or a training partner hold your feet down. You could put them under a couch or something, put a couple heavy dumbbells under them, and you're going to do something similar, coming up as far as you can, touching those dumbbells or whatever you're anchoring your feet down with in the sit-up. All right, so your workout for this session is going to be to complete 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 repetitions of the deadlift, the push press, and the sit-up, which we've gone through in detail in this session. So what does that mean? You're going to set the stopwatch on your phone, or if you have a stopwatch or some timer, you're going to push go, and then you're going to complete 10 deadlifts, 10 push presses, and 10 sit-ups. Then you're going to do 9 deadlifts, 9 push presses, 9 sit-ups, 8 deadlifts, 8 push presses, 8 sit-ups, etc., all the way down until the last rep when you're doing 1 deadlift, 1 push press, and 1 sit-up. Note your time at the end, and then as you do this workout every so often, every 3 or 4 days, once a week, note your time, and the faster you do it with good form, always focusing on good form, you know that your fitness is improving. Thanks and good luck. All right, we're going to go through our cool down now. This is more important than the workout, but you got to do the workout to have this be important. So you can go purchase a foam roller. I highly recommend. It'd be the best $40 or $70 you'll spend on your fitness. If you did this 20 minutes a day, you would be amazed at your health and fitness level increasing without even doing any workout. But if you work out, using the foam roller is going to make you less sore and improve your mobility, which is flexibility plus range of motion, and you're going to be that much fitter. If you don't do this, you're just going to tighten up. If you keep doing the workouts, you're just going to get tighter and tighter. Then you're going to get injured, and your fitness is going to fall off. So you have to make sure you do this cool down every time. You should do at least 1 minute to 2 minutes on each body part. Set your clock, set your timer, and do it. Again, I'm not going to overstress. I'm going to overstress this. This part is more important than the workout, okay? Don't skip it. This should be done after the workout. So first, start off by rolling it on our butt. I'm going to do these all faster because of time, obviously, but you should do them for at least a minute. Pause the video, set your timer for the right time, 2 minutes, 1 minute if you only have a minute for each body part. So first, I'm on my butt, then I get my hamstrings. From my butt down to my knees. Then I get my calves, my Achilles. You did a lot of running. Also, focus on the areas of your body that are the most sore, that's going to hurt the most, but that's going to be the most beneficial. So if you have a super sore spot, you want to roll that spot out. If you worked a spot more in a workout, for example, if you did a lot of legs today, you want to spend more time on your legs. So my calves, if I need more pressure, I can put one leg on the other calf and Achilles, and I want to roll those not only vertically, but also side to side. Usually I need more pressure to do that, side to side. And I'm going to come down, get my lower back. You can purchase these foam rollers. Don't get one that is completely smooth, like this one, all right? Better than nothing, but not very useful. Get one that has ridges, knobbies. This is going to be the most extreme one, but it's going to be the most useful. Lower back, cross your arms, upper back, shoulders. Go from side to side on your shoulders, up by your neck. Don't do this, all right? I don't want to do that. That's dangerous. I always want to be completely upright, parallel to the ground for my back. Next one, my lats. Having tight lats causes a lot of shoulder injuries. I'm going to roll over on my side, keep my palm up, and roll that lat. This is going to hurt, but the more you do it, the less it's going to hurt. If it hurts, that means you're doing it right. Then get the other side. And I'm going to flip over, get the front of my legs, then my IT bands, the side of my legs. This is going to hurt too. We all have way too tight IT bands because we never stretch them. We never mobilize them, and we do all that running. From your hip down to your knee, the leg that you're not rolling is over the leg that is straight and is getting the roll. And you switch to the other side. All right, that's foam rolling. Again, 2 minutes each body part. Next, we're going to go into some good stretches that you can do. Okay? First stretch is the couch stretch. This is great for the lower back because it gets your tight quads. You can do this up against your couch while you're watching TV. You want to make sure you have some kind of a pad for your knee. Get the top of your foot against the couch. Get your knee as close to the couch as you can. When you first start, you're probably not going to be able to get very close. Don't start close. Start farther away. Then I'm going to raise up as far as I can my other knee until I can get my chest fully vertical. Minimum, when you're just starting, minimum a minute. And then when you've been doing it a little while, minimum 2 minutes per side. Minimum. Couch stretch. Next, child's pose. Arms out in front, knees wide, butt back, stretching those shoulders. If you want more of a stretch on this, you can do it again over on a chair or something, table. Push that chest down to the ground. Next, the lizard pose, also known as the mountain climber stretch. We do this in our warm-up. Front shin vertical, arms on the inside of your leg, back leg as far back as you need it to be to get that front shin vertical. Stretching the groin area. Next, sit with your feet out in front of you and just try to get down as low as you can. Even if you just sat here for 2 minutes, you'd get more and more flexible just sitting here for those 2 minutes. Next, bring your legs out into a V position in front of you. Stretch down the center as far as you can. Next, bring your feet in. Legs in the butterfly stretch position. Gripping your toes and pulling yourself down to your toes. Next, the pigeon stretch. I'm going to keep one shin perpendicular to my body. Make sure you don't have any pain in your knees. If you do, move your foot back towards your back leg. You want to get your foot as far up front, away from your back leg, as you can as you get more flexible. You might have to start up here, and then as you get better, you get lower. Pigeon stretch. Obviously, you do both sides. This next stretch is a great one for plantar fasciitis. It's how I cured, one of the ways I cured my own plantar fasciitis and many of our athletes. You want to have a pad for your knees on this one, so make sure you don't have any knee pain. And you want to sit back on your heels, stretching out those feet. Next one, the bound eagle. Sitting on my feet, my knees are wide, I'm sitting between my heels. I'm going to take one arm, cross it on top of the other, one arm underneath, and I'm going to pull. If you're really flexible, you want to try and grab your hands together. I can only do this on one side. The other side, I'm going to pull that in. Then shoulder stretch, pulling that arm over to your neck. And the neck stretch, pulling your neck away from your shoulder. And then just the sitting on your feet as long as you can and getting back as far as you can. All right, well, great job. There are some stretches and cool downs you can do. Make sure you're doing them after every workout. And we'll look forward to talking to you this week. Thanks.